There we go. Alright, my name's Robert Williams. I live in Morris, New York. This is my nest. Castle. I'm wearing this Truth Embargo t-shirt because this is going to be another rendition of Spaceship Moon, where inside you could put on some wings and fly in the breeze. Those are some of the words that I'm still working on. So, plus I don't sing very well. But one reason I'm doing this is that Mrs. Clinton is supposedly going to get down to the truth embargo of the fact that we've never been alone in the universe, and that the government has been spraying on stuff and trying to alter all governments, actually. It's a worldwide thing. There's got to be a worldwide government, and like the United Nations is as good as a foundation per se. I wish I knew to learn another language, but I mean, I do know in programming, so in the sense that my sparks across the whole of my mind, which is a flat fact of who we are. Mrs. Clinton, then she was First Lady Hillary Clinton. You did me a favor in May 2000. I was fired from that college for fighting the Freedom of Information Act against NASA and JPL about their withholding the images that you got released. But after that, it was about an area on Mars called Cydonia. That's where the face on Mars is. And I was saying, I was wearing a face it NASA, it's a face t-shirt. Well, it is a face. And it's the only quadrant in Mars where the U.S. Geological Survey, U.S. official map of Cydonia, of what all the orbiters have submitted, and what the scientists and geologists have figured out, that there is liquid water there at mid-latitudes at 40 to 39 degrees, where the face is. There's also the Petromolnar Pyramid and my smoking pyramid, which is actually an exhaust vent for an underground base on Mars. That is where some of the trillions and billions of dollars went, I think. And there's a division in the DoD somewhere, CIA, one of those alphabet agencies. I like the fact that we have the NSA, because without the NSA I don't think we would be able to have the Wayback Machine. And that, since I was cut off from the internet recently, and Thanksgiving Day of November of last year, which is trying to get back online now, but it's getting so expensive. Even Microsoft Cloud is reducing the amount of gigabyte storage that you're allowed in the cloud from 15 gigabytes to 5 gigabytes, and it's just cutting out the ability of a person to be able to make sure that when you see stuff that's on the internet, it stays on the internet. It just doesn't disappear down a rabbit hole. But I like to have the 2020 ExoMars rover. If it doesn't land in Cydonia, where in that legend it doesn't say glacial, it doesn't say volcanic, it doesn't just say it's sedimentary, glacial, it has the word enigmatic, unknown. The only quadrant on Mars where you scientifically put the unknown there, and you don't send a rover there. Thunk, you say, got a plastic hammer, big handle. That's Schombeck's employees gave me at the end of a class. But if it doesn't go there in 2020, the 2020 ExoMars rover, if it doesn't go to Cydonia and investigate the monuments there, it is scientific criminal cowardice. And it does rise to this to the extent of criminality and probably treason. It's in our national interest to be able to go out there and deal with extraterrestrials. I'm an Earthling with a Martian soul, and I want to go home. So, I don't know if Obama got the debriefing or if he went to Mars. I would hope you'd bring along the kids. You can get there and back just as like flying a plane nowadays. We have it on tape with the Paradigm Research Group at the citizens hearing where before some retired members of Congress, we had about 60 witnesses and stuff like that, more like that. But there's like thousands. That 60 is like there's a couple zeros after that. Really, people that are willing to come forward and testify before Congress, that there is this division called the Space Warfare Operational Research Division, SWORD. So it's time to let the cat out of the bag that there's a better source of energy than fossil fuels, and better biochemical engineering than CHF-P4, which is the hormone type of thing of cloning for the word movie Lucy. But anyway, 2020 ExoMars rover, Cydonia. And there's aliens because the North Pole of the moon. There's 4 pyramids. Also on the North Pole of the moon, there's more water. There's also 2 more Apollo missions that had already been built, already funded through Congress and paid for. They did not go back. Weren't allowed to. There's also at the top of North Pole a long cylindrical entrance down to get inside the moon. 2020ExoMars rover. If you bet it doesn't go to Cydonia, it is scientific criminality. It's the only quadrant on Mars where you have the word enigmatic. It doesn't make any common sense not to do it that way. Period. It's cowardice. It's secrecy. You can't build dreams on sands and lies. 9/11 too. Sandy Hook. Boston bombings. Terror on the Vibe. From those with dark eyes. And dark souls.